Yes, my people, welcome back to another video and welcome back to today, the Liverpool save. Now, I made a choice to progress this save along, and as you can see, we are at the end of February now. Now, the reason I did this was because we are coming towards episode 30 and I feel like I don't want the save to get stagnant where we're playing games for a live com for the sake of it. So what I've done is I've gone straight to the Champions League. Round of 16, where, confirmation, we will be facing Fiorentina in a double live com today. Now the reason I did this was because we've won every other competition. Who cares about watching us play Everton in the Premier League? So I thought we'll just go straight to the Champions League. But that does mean that we have got a lot of games to catch up on. So we will last here, where we beat Wickham in the FA Cup 5-1 away. We then played against Leeds and won 2-0 away. Vitinha and Kenan Yildiz getting the goals in this one. We then beat Rennes 2-0. With Kenan Yildiz scoring again and Mo Salah scoring from the spot. We did, however, then lose 3-1 at home to Arsenal with Bukayo Saka and Declan Rice getting the goals for Arsenal and Kenan Yildiz getting his third in 3 games. We then played against Feyenoord where Kenan Yildiz scored another 2 and Alexander Isak got one. That is goals in 4 consecutive games. Mo Salah then scored a brace as we beat Brentford with a 90th minute winner in that one. We then, however, lost on penalties in the Carabao Cup semi-final second leg where Vitor Roque scored a 91st minute winner in the game to send it to penalties. Wirtz and Salah getting the goals for Liverpool in that game. We then turned that disappointing defeat around with a 6-0 win at Anfield against Manchester United with Kerkez, Yildiz, Isak and Salah getting a goal each and Michael Elise getting himself a brace. We then beat Newcastle 2-0 away with Kenan Yildiz and Alexander Isak getting the goals. Isak getting a goal away at St James's Park. We then rotated our team massively and we lost 3-2 away against Oxford United with Jamie Thompson, the regen, who's progressing nicely, got good potential, was wanted by Chelsea and I got an offer of about 15 million for him actually, which was nice. We then drew 1-1 with Aston Villa with ex-Red Bobby Clark getting the goal for Villa and Jeremy Frimpong getting the equaliser for us. We then got 2 back-to-back wins as we beat Burnley 5-1 with own goal from Esteva, a single goal for Isak and Yildiz, and a brace for Michael Elise. And then we won 3-0 at home to Crystal Palace, where Florian Wirtz got himself a brace and Mo Salah got himself a goal as well. We sit top of the Premier League table then, 5 points clear of Manchester City with a game in hand. So looking good for a 4th consecutive Premier League title. Just having a little look at how people are performing. Alexander Isak leads the line with 26 goals in 41 games this year. Florian Wirtz with 39 goal involvements in 37 starts, having a really good season yet again. Kenan Yildiz with that brilliant run of games there, up to 21 goal involvements now this season. Michael Elise up to 24 in 27 starts. Mo Salah up to 14 as well. And yeah, that is how people are performing. Let's get into the lineup that we will be going with to face Fiorentina in the Champions League here today. We've gone with Alisson in goal. Bradley, Kanate, Van Dijk and Kerkez in defence. Van Dijk has confirmed he will be retiring at the end of the season. So if we don't win the Champions League, we will need to buy a new centre-back. With a midfield 2 of Gravenberch and Vitinha. Elise starts on the right. Kenan Yildiz starts on the left with Florian Wirtz partnering Alexander Isak through the middle. Without further ado, let's get into this Champions League round of 16 tie and see how Fiorentina will be lining up for it. Okay then, here is the lineup Fiorentina have gone for today. They've gone with Bento in goal, a back four of Arthur, Harry Maguire, Ranieri and Mika Marmo. Midfield two of Amatucci and Mandrago. Luis Enrique on the right, Marco Gruel on the left with Oscar Bob and Gabriel Jesus, both ex-Manchester City, leading the line. It's going to be nice to get a game in which we play against a favourable tie, I'd say, as Alexander Isak gets us underway for this Champions League tie. Just confirmation of some of the other draws, as Atletico Madrid have Manchester City, Inter Milan have Real Madrid and Sociedad have Tottenham. We should be progressing through against Fiorentina here, you would imagine. That is the goal, and you should hope that we would be able to. There's 20 minutes gone here. Not a lot happening in this opening first 25 minutes. As Atletico Madrid find themselves 2-1 up against Manchester City. We are the only game so far without a goal, as we haven't even had a highlight in this first half. As we do now, as Arthur goes short to Harry Maguire. Elise wins the header and finds Alexander Isak, who blasts it past the outstretched arms of Bento there. Elise does really well to win that header, and Alexander Isak with a good finish into the bottom corner, and Liverpool find themselves with the lead going into the half-time break. And they do. It is Fiorentina 0, led by Patrick Vieira. Liverpool 1 here at the Fiorentina Stadium. As Jesus gets us underway for this second half. Hopefully we can have... why does it do that? You know what? This game, no disrespect to Sports Interactive, but it's very laggy and glitchy and shit still. As Vitinha wins the ball back and finds Wirtz, who finds Yildiz, does find Alexander Isak. It's a good save from Bento, but it was offside, and we could see that straight away as soon as the pass was played by Yildiz. As to be fair, as boring as this game has been so far, I will definitely take a 1-0 win away, going back to Anfield with a lead against a weaker side than we are normally used to, as Van Dijk heads away in what will be his final campaign for the Reds, as Yildiz, trying to run at the Fiorentina defence, does so, pulls it back to Florian Wirtz, who finds Conor Bradley, and it's just wide by Conor Bradley there, unfortunately. As we approach the hour mark, still 1-0 to Liverpool. So Real Sociedad finding that edge over Tottenham, Inter Milan and Atletico Madrid, both beating Real Madrid and Manchester City in their respective games. As we will now make some changes as we approach the final 20 minutes. McAllister on for Wirtz, Rio Ngamoa on for Yildiz, Frimpong and Salah on as well. And Vitinha not having a brilliant game here. So we'll bring Szoboszlai on. As we are now in to the final 15 minutes here of normal time. As it falls to Mo Salah. Rio Ngamoa finds Szoboszlai, who finds Alexis McAllister but is dispossessed by Luca Beltran. Gabriel Jesus now, ex-Manchester City and Arsenal of course, finds Oscar Bob. Beltran trying to run at Milos Kerkez here and finds Gabriel Jesus. And Jesus equalises for Fiorentina. Oh, okay. Didn't want to see the thing anyway. Honestly, they've just... I just don't understand how this game is has so many issues with it still when the game's been out nearly 3 months. As we approach the final 3 minutes here of extra time. And it is a disappointing result as we are level with Fiorentina going into the second leg. But we now do have the game at Anfield to try and win and go through. As attention now turns to Everton in the Merseyside derby at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. So I will be back with the result of that game and also the lineup to face Fiorentina. So without further ado, let's see how we get on when we face Everton. Okay then, here we are. The Everton game has been played and our lineup has been selected to face Fiorentina at Anfield in the round of 16. Looking to try and get the win and get us into the quarter-finals. As you can see, we defeated Everton 3-0 away with Alexander Isak, Mo Salah and Kenan Yildiz getting the goals. We still sit 8 points clear with 8 games to go. So it's looking good for a 4th consecutive title. The lineup for today is a little bit different as Florian Wirtz did pick up an injury in that Champions League game against Fiorentina and is out for about 2 weeks, which I think is interesting. If he's out for 3 to 4 weeks, maybe just force him to come off. Don't let me play him, but each to their own. But I have actually done a little bit of a naughty little thing here actually. So our lineup today is Alisson, Bradley, Konate, Van Dijk and Kerkez in an unchanged defence, with Gravenberch and Vitinha in midfield. We've gone with Elise in the 10, allowing Salah to come back in on the right, with Yildiz and Alexander Isak to lead the line for the Reds here today. So without further ado, let's get in to this Champions League game where it is crunch time as we need to win to get ourselves into the quarter-final. So let's find out how Fiorentina will be lining up for it. Okay, and here we have the Fiorentina lineup to face Liverpool here today at Anfield. And they have gone with Bento in goal, João Mario, Harry Maguire, Ranieri and Marmo in defence, with a midfield 2 of Caviglia and Amatucci, with Enrique on the right, Gruel on the left in an unchanged front 4 with Oscar Bob partnering Gabriel Jesus, who leads the line for Fiorentina here today. The fans expect to win, and so do I. There's just confirmation of the Liverpool lineup there today. And the Fiorentina lineup as it rains in Liverpool. As Gabriel Jesus gets us underway for this Champions League round of 16, where hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get ourselves through to the quarter-finals. As Alisson is forced to make a save early in this one. As we are at Anfield, so I do expect a win at home to Fiorentina really. As Conor Bradley driving forward with it. Can he find someone in the middle? He finds Alexander Isak at at that front post. And Alexander Isak gets the opener just like he did in Italy. And it's a great start to the game here. Just inside the first 2 minutes, as Conor Bradley does really well down this right hand side to find Alexander Isak at that front post. And Alexander Isak taps it home to make it 1-0. It's a brilliant start. All level in those games as well. Potentially maybe could be one of our quarter-final opponents should we get there. As Gravenberch picks the loose ball up in midfield and finds Elise. Elise finds Salah, and it's a beautiful, beautiful Mo Salah goal, showing that he's still got it at 35 years of age. Elise driving into the middle of midfield here, going past his player really well. He finds Mo Salah, and it's a touch out of his feet and a glorious bending effort into the top corner to double Liverpool's lead. Mo Salah not played much this year with AFCON and with injuries and with Elise coming in, but when he has had to play and when he has started, he has shown everyone that he is still Mo Salah and he is still the reigning Ballon d'Or winner. As Vitinha finds Gravenberch, goes back to Vitinha, finds Van Dijk. Liverpool just keeping the ball here, finds Conor Bradley. Conor Bradley trying to cut inside, wins the ball back nicely though, who finds Isak, who finds Elise, who finds Kenan Yildiz, who goes back to Isak, and it's blocked by the Fiorentina defender. But Conor Bradley still keeping the ball alive here for Liverpool, cutting inside. And Elise goes back to Konate. As Ranieri now tries to find Gruel, who's surrounded by Salah and Bradley, but does well. But Vitinha wins that ball back and finds Conor Bradley down this right side again, who gives it to Mo Salah. Mo Salah cutting in and finds that bottom corner again. And even though Mo Salah might be 35 years of age, he has still got the ability to turn it on like this. And Mo Salah showing everyone why he is the Ballon d'Or winner. Conor Bradley having an excellent first half an hour here as well, as Manchester City find themselves 2-1 up. Tottenham with a goal back against Sociedad as well. As Elise with the corner. Can we grab a fourth? As it's a good delivery, and Alexander Isak, his header crashes off the bar, unfortunately, as Oscar Bob is fouled by Conor Bradley there, and Conor Bradley goes into the book for that cynical tackle. As Elise now with the corner again. It's a good delivery. It's headed away by Harry Maguire, but only as far as Mo Salah. Could Mo Salah get a hat-trick? That wasn't far away. There's a good effort from Mo Salah, looking for 3 unbelievable goals for his hat-trick, as Atletico Madrid have a goal back, as it is now 2-2 and 2-0 to Real Madrid, as Man City get a third. It's very interesting over in the other results here today, as we find ourselves 3-0 up at half-time, which is a brilliant scoreline to have, as Alexander Isak gets us underway for this second half. As Elise now with the free kick goes short to Mo Salah, who finds Kenan Yildiz, and it's hit the post, as Gravenberch trying to keep the ball still alive here. As Konate goes back to Vitinha, Gravenberch resets play back to Conor Bradley. As Gravenberch tries to find Alexander Isak but can't. Harry Maguire with a good ball out to João Mario. Amatucci now finds João Mario. It's blocked by Liverpool, and Vitinha now breaking through. Can he find Mo Salah? He can. Salah trying to find Elise. It's a really good save from Bento in the Fiorentina goal. As Kirkes with a wayward through ball to Elise. It's good football from Liverpool there, trying to get a fourth in this game. As Alisson now finds Konate. It's Conor Bradley. Finds Mo Salah, who is on a hat-trick, who finds Elise. Elise dancing past the midfielders, and it's a cynical tackle by Amatucci, who I believe should have been booked for that challenge actually. As we are now approaching the hour mark. And I'm actually, in a minute, going to give a Champions League debut to our young 17-year-old regen. As Elise with the corner. It's a good delivery as he tries to find Konate. It's headed away, but only as far as Yildiz, who finds Vitinha. And it's just over from Vitinha. As Manchester City now 4-2 up in their game. As we are now going to make some changes. We're going to leave Mo Salah on because he is on a hat-trick. Rio Ngamoa can get some more football in the Champions League here. Frimpong and Robertson to replace our fullbacks. And Elise having a decent game here. But I am going to bring Alexander Isak off. Oh, he's not even on the bench. Oh, he is. For the youngster, Jamie Thompson, for his Champions League debut here today. And that is all I'm going to do. As we have 20 minutes left in this one. Hopefully we can get a goal for the youngster, Thompson, number 31. Boyhood Liverpool fan. Gonna play in the Champions League. At only, is he 17 or is he 18 now? That's 18 years of age. Born in 2010. Played in the FA Cup in our disappointing loss and did score as Elise with the corner. It's headed away, but only as far as Rio Ngamoa, who gets it back from Elise, and it falls to Konate. And Konate gets his first goal in the Champions League this season. And makes it 4-0 for the Reds. As it's headed away by Ranieri. Rio Ngamoa goes with the effort, and it falls to Konate, who hits it on that half volley. And gets the fourth, and that without a doubt puts the game to bed now. As we approach the final 5 minutes here of normal time. I apologise for my croaky voice. Talking for half an hour will do that. As that is the end of the game. Liverpool progress through to the quarter-final of the Champions League with a thumping victory over Fiorentina. Fiorentina put up a valiant effort at their place, but ultimately the better team won and are through to the Champions League quarter-final. Attention now does turn to that quarter-final where we have got Tottenham Hotspur and a couple of games in between, and I'll be back for that Tottenham Hotspur game. If you did enjoy this video, then don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what you want to see from me in the future after this save is finished, running alongside the Glory Hunter save. Don't forget to check out my Twitch, link in the description. I stream pretty much daily my Sleaford Town save. We are now in step 4, and I also recommend you check out my Twitter, as I post all my updates of when I'm live, when my videos are going up, my scheduling and all that jazz. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very soon for more Glory Hunter and more Liverpool save, precisely the Champions League quarter final against Tottenham. Let's get into it, and I'll see you very soon. Peace.